Uh, it's so low that you won't be able to hear it, but every so often I can just hear that faint moaning of a single zombie somewhere outside. For all I know, with both levels of doors down, it's actually wandered inside the building with me. Going to sleep right now is honestly the scariest thing I've done thus far in this playthrough. But if you look at my moodles, I haven't slept yet, I haven't rested yet, and I am just not in the kind of condition to go out there and do something about it. Not to mention there's likely a whole bunch down on the streets outside. It honestly is our best play right now, just to stay put and stay quiet. Well, let's do it, I guess. I'm almost tempted to move into the bathroom and sleep there, just to have some extra doors between me and the outside. Now, the sound of the ticking clock is getting to me as well. Once again, stuff that's going to be too faint for you to hear after I do EQ, but let's just try and sleep this off. In the morning, we'll try and have a nice meal, and then it's right back out there. I'm not sure right now about the long-term sustainability of this base, but also, I'm not sure anywhere else would be much better. However, it does look like we've survived the night, and we awake with a nice hardened survivor beard. I'm really tempted looking at all these guns we've stacked up on the table. We've got plenty of 9mm ammo, but at our low aim level, I just don't think it'll do us any good. Let's try and find some good, nutritious food to eat. Probably cook up some meat from the freezer if possible. Yeah, we do have some sausages, so we'll definitely throw that in the oven. And we need to work up a plan. One of you made a suggestion, which is actually a really, really good idea, which is that we should take this sheet and use it to craft a rope, and we can use that to open up this window, and in an emergency, we can actually use it to slide down. Now, I'm not sure if just one is enough, but it's certainly something to think about for the future. We may need two because we're 2 levels up, but we'll keep it right here just in case we need it to give ourselves a better chance. Now let us remove our bathrobe and move back once more to the firefighter gear. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure we should be doing this. Maybe it would be better to travel lighter and faster, so that our attacks will also be faster, and we'll get more use out of the machete. I think, as dumb as it sounds, I think I'm going to go for more traditional gear. If I still have it. We'll change out our bandage, and despite the slow healer trait, it seems like that minor little scratch is already healed. That's good. I just need to find a more regular shirt, and what I did with that leather jacket. They should be in here. What happened to them? Yeah, there is one right there. Oops. Oh god, I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate pressing E to close the door and end up flinging myself over the railing. Hey, bud. Oh, biker, huh? I almost regret using the machete on you. We could have actually used your jacket. Huh. Well, there's my stuff on the floor. Seems like we got zombie blood all over it. But I will happily take it. Give us some protection against the undead. And you know what? I think we should go onto our balcony and just kind of observe what the situation is out there. Real scary that one could just wander so close to me overnight. Well, I'm not seeing any on the streets below. We actually slept real late, and I spent even more time preparing in my base, so yeah, we're not going to have a lot of daylight for this, is what I mean. Okay, who's out here? So that's how you got in. Oh, that is so annoying. I couldn't tell because of this prop right here, but there's actually an alleyway that connects onto this. First of all, telling me that I could have been getting in and out this way this entire time. But man, that is so dangerous that I didn't know that. I'm glad that one told me, actually. Okay, so note to self. This side street is actually not a safe place to lure them! Alright, we've got to deal with this. But preferably not right now, actually. Tell you what, I'm going to run you guys out and lead you up and around. More of you inside the apartment. What I need to do right now is find myself a pharmacy, which I believe we have seen some relatively nearby. We need to find a pharmacy. I can hear so many of them breaking glass inside the apartments. One of them just climbed out onto the fire escape. And there's even more up this way. I know I saw a pharmacy somewhere, maybe more up in this direction someplace. Wait, how am I... Where did I get scratched from? On my right foot? Oh, I forgot to put on boots. Probably walked through glass. That's so annoying. Okay, at least I didn't get glass stuck in my feet. That would have been bad. This actually might be kind of bad. I could have sworn I put on the military boots. I'll tell you what, I can get some off of one of these zombies. First, we'll want to disinfect with alcohol wipes. Make sure it doesn't get infected with a regular infection, not the zombie virus. And then we'll start choosing which of you has the nicest shoes. Tell you what, I will take those slippers, because I wanted some earlier. And yeah, your shoes will do for now. Man, I can't believe I left forgetting to put those on and then just walked straight through broken glass. Wait a minute. Down here isn't actually that occupied? And one of those zombies looks like a cop. Now, Mr. Cop, do you have anything of interest for me? A holster, which I will take. Oh, great. I really don't want to try and fight that right now, especially without beta blockers. It's right next to the survivor house as well. Tell you what, I'll try to sneak around the side and see if I can't get in that way. But going inside a building without clearing out what's outside is never a safe bet. Yeah, you haven't really got anything interesting for me either. I should honestly start taking these digital watches and other electronics on them. And this alleyway has a few zombies. Broken windows, which we can use. But, hello, what are you wearing? Oh, bunny ears. Alright. I thought you were wearing, like, antlers or something. But yeah, we can get into the pharmacy through these broken windows. However, I don't particularly want to do that because that makes noise, and I am currently in an alleyway. Without a better idea of what the situation is, I really don't want zombies coming in from both ends. Everything looks okay thus far. We made a little noise with the fighting, but nothing's showed up yet. Maybe we'll be safe to remove this. It's always when you're in these enclosed spaces where you can't maneuver, where something can come from around a corner, that you're in the most peril. Well, tell you what, we'll grab some of these non-perishables. Junk food is actually great in this game because it gives you a nice burst of energy. Painkillers, vitamins. I'm not sure what exactly vitamins do, but I'll take them nonetheless. And yeah, all this stuff is nice, but what we really need is beta blockers so that we can take on the herds without panicking. Maybe this back room? Hey there, bud. Do you have a key for me? Come on, get down. Get down. I don't want to waste too much machete condition on you. Right now, it's the only one we have. But sadly, you don't have a key. We'll have to come back with a hammer and a screwdriver and disassemble this thing. But I bet all the good stuff is kept back there. Oh, look, there's so many down there. Just a huge amount in 2 separate clusters. I'm really, really hoping that by the time we get back here, they won't have moved up towards the pharmacy. But I've got to go grab myself a screwdriver and a hammer. We may actually not even need to go home. If the streets are clear enough, we could just check the warehouses to the north of us. Oh, look, they're all pouring out of the apartments onto that roof. We may have to deal with them. Yeah, it is becoming easy peasy without panic to just absolutely melt through large groups. And at times it seems we're gonna have to. I'm glad we've eaten and gotten a full night's sleep, because this is not really an ideal situation, and returning to my house right now might not be a possibility. I shouldn't have gone out through the alleyway. I can only hope that some of these are the ones that tried to follow me back there, and there will be less to deal with once we get back. I must say, though, I am growing increasingly pleased with my ability to cut through the undead. There's a lot of them, but so long as we can do it piecemeal, it is doable, no matter how many there are. And those pieces are going to have to get bigger and bigger, so it's especially good. Oh, that's that dealt with. Man, look at this street. I think in apocalypse settings, they will eventually disappear. What happens with bodies in this game is that they will decay over time to skeletons, and then eventually those skeletons will despawn, depending on your settings. You could also set it so that they'll just never go away. But let's grab that screwdriver, and there's got to be another hammer in one of these somewhere, right? Yeah, I don't like you guys moving and dispersing a little bit. I'd actually really like for you to remain wedged in that corner for as long as possible. It is getting really late, but thankfully we still have all these lights on. Navigating these streets is going to be a lot harder if the power goes out on us, which is why I'd like to try and escape the city before then. But I'm not sure how doable that's going to be. We need to have ourselves a cigarette, because we want to be in full condition once we start making noise trying to tear down these doors. I'm not sure if it would be smarter to go for the interior door, or the one that's right here, more near the entrance. I'm not going to do that because there is an exposed window right there that's already cracked open. I think we'll muffle more of our sound if we do it from this side of things, but then again, they are banging on something very nearby. Have they broken into the store itself? There is one out there. This is so dangerous. Alright, well, let's get to work. Alright, we are in. And let's re-equip our machete and see what's here. Hopefully it was worth the trip. Bandages, sure. I mean, I'll take them. Tweezers, in case we get glass stuck in a wound. But no beta blockers. I'm also just going to start kind of grabbing whatever junk food I can, because we are actually in a really bad spot where we're losing a bunch of weight really rapidly. There's all this food around, so we may as well feed ourselves. In this game, I have a tendency to kind of hoard food. But realistically, none of that matters if we're not putting the pounds on. My character isn't tired, and I'd really, really like to have a peek in here just because, like, so this wasn't a waste of a trip. And because, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure I can return home. But climbing into this is going to be really, really dangerous. Now, it looks like the units are separate, which is kind of good for us. This is real scary, though. Oh, what? You're not going to play the jump scare sound that time? Let's turn on these lights. I think we just killed Desmond Wales. Some bodies already here, and a key to the entire building. That's great. And it should count for every unit as well, because of the way the game sees these things. Civilian bulletproof vest. Yeah, see, these survivor houses tend to have much more and much better loot than other places. Let's continue. Do you perhaps know? Lots and lots of things, but no beta blockers. I'll take the scissors. Those can be used for certain things. Let us begin heading upstairs, then. Sheets, we can take those. Ooh, a whole kitchen up here. I bet there's some good loot here. Maybe canned food? And a bedroom. With another leather jacket, which we can certainly use in case this one gets torn. But unfortunately, nothing in the way of weapons. I'm really hoping for a shotgun. Ooh, but we are getting some nice weapons, though. We've got a hand axe, a hunting knife. Yeah, lots and lots of canned food. This could still be worth it. Oh, yeah. Ham, meat patty, steak. Lots and lots of good meat to get that weight up. Alright, but I think that's it for this unit. Now for the next two. Although this one they haven't broken out of, so there's potentially still a lot of them inside. Let's open up this door in case we need to exit the other way. Now there are some skill books here, and we're going to grab Mechanics and Lane's Auto Manual. The reason being, we are having a really, really hard time finding any usable vehicles. We can get into a lot of them, but we can't find any keys. If we get up our mechanics skill, I believe, to level 1, and our electronics to level 2, which is why I want to grab all those watches and stuff, we'll actually be able to hotwire a car. And at this rate, it's looking like that's going to be a better option than continuing to go farther and farther out in search of one with a key. Now, this place is a little bit more vertical than the others. Oh no, don't close ourselves in. Is there a light switch here? No? Okay, that room is officially too dangerous. Do I still have a flashlight on me? Could have sworn I had one. Well, if I don't... Nice, a little kitchen with 2 more machetes, yes! Oh, look at all these weapons. A spiked baseball bat, that's a great one. They used to be like the best in the game. Another hand axe. These things are great if you can get your axe skill up. A crowbar. Yeah. We want all of this. And... oh, this is what I wanted. Okay, shotguns. Lots and lots of ammo. Are any of these containers shotgun shells? No, sadly. But we do now have a use for 5.56 ammo, and it seems like rifles are actually going to be the more viable thing early on. There's even an M60, but I don't think we're in that desperate of a need just yet. Wow, what a good find. Actually, between all that and the architecture of this place, we may have found Robert Neville's house. Screw that! We may have found my house! Why should I even bother grabbing all this stuff and bringing it back to my base when I can just move in here? Look, it's like 1 a.m. now. I might as well just spend the night here. I mean, why not, right? It's got all this gear already here. It's barricaded downstairs. It's got sheets on the windows. It's so much more spacious. Dude, this is our new home. Unfortunately, it seems like a ball-peen hammer does not allow us to pry these boards off. So that's just gonna have to wait until tomorrow. In the meantime, though, I mean, we've got a pretty nice spot to hang our hat. Let's just turn that off. Unfortunately, I don't have my bathrobe on me. But this is not a bad find at all. Let's wash ourselves off, maintain our weapons, and try desperately to fix our hopelessly ruined sleep schedule. Which, by the way, how wild is it that that's a concern in a video game? Let's just turn you off, and you know what? Only thing is, and I had forgotten all about this, there is still the small matter of the dark bedroom. I guess we could wade in. It's so dark. I don't have any light. I could use the lighter. How do I turn that on? There we go. F. That'll give us some light. But not enough. There we are. Man, that was actually really tense. I'm so glad that I turned the light levels down. I'm always impressed by games when they can make the simple things that would be tense in real life into something tense in-game. But with those 2 additional machetes, our maintenance skill increased, our long blade increased, we are going to get so much more out of them. This is unbelievably exciting. We do even have the ammo that we could load up the M60 once. We may have to use that at the Cordon. You hear that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hang on. Quickly grab a machete. Just one is all we need. And let's get out of here. Do you hear that? That's the dreaded helicopter. Now look, I'm pretty sure they only follow you if you are spotted. But I can't take that risk while I'm inside this place. I'm actually not sure how it works, because I am also running the expanded helicopter events mod, which causes them to behave a little differently. But that noise is going to stir the herd. They're going to be moving every which way trying to follow the helicopter. So, do I just stay on the streets until it goes away? Fight as many as I can? I hate that I am so experienced in this game, hundreds of hours, and I still don't know how that works. But like I said, the expanded helicopter event could also change the way it works. There's a bunch of them moving in, but listening out right now, I actually don't hear it anymore. Those of you who play this game know why I'm so panicked by that. And those of you who don't, well, I guess you're getting an idea. I think I'm starting to faintly hear it again. Some of them go on strafing runs, some of them drop leaflets, some of them just stir the herd. There's a number of possibilities in this mod for what they can do. But in the base game, they follow you. Usually the thing to do then is to get in a car and just drive somewhere far away from your base until it blows over. But we don't have that opportunity here. Alright, well, it looks decently clear for now. How many zombies have we killed so far? 408. And we've survived for 1 week. Oh, we did it. Remember when I was saying if you can survive for a week, you're much better off? I guess I'll take these magazines just anyway. Even though I don't really have a use for them, and the gun is in really bad shape. I'm wondering if we can maybe... Oh, well, we will have to loot that truck for the magazines, since we do have a 5.56 loading rifle now. This is actually a good choke point. If I can get them to come between these cars... Nope, it's always the one from behind. Start thinning them out while they're thin. Yep, that's what I do. I'm like an old mystic. I point at them and I say, thinner, and it becomes so. Right, please. I would actually be killing them so much faster if it wasn't for my panic. That's why I really want some beta blockers. As time goes on, and as you fight more zombies, You will become less panicked as you fight them, just naturally. But that takes a little while. Usually it takes about a month to get to that point. And I'm not looking to stick around that long. Now we can grab all your delicious 5.56 rounds, or magazines rather. And I'm kind of hoping next to actually find like a police station or something. That way we can get a bunch of shotgun shells. This place is a war zone. I don't know why so many of the buildings on this block are built like an embassy, but I'm really happy that they are. I'm just going to do a quick run through this base, grab as much of our stuff as I can, and we'll head out. It's going to take multiple trips, though, which I'll probably skip over. Oh, look at me. I look like an alien with this gas mask combined with a riding helmet. I'm actually really quite encumbered, which is why I'm hoping I'm not going to encounter much resistance on the way back. I mean, I killed a lot, so hopefully we'll be able to make it, but I could always drop my bag in a hurry, and that'll free up a lot of weight. Yep, there goes our trusty machete. That makes things a lot harder. I do have another one, so that's good. We'll just drop that on the ground. Thank you, machete, you served us well. And we'll grab this other one. Oh, great. There's a whole bunch of them waiting for the bus. We'll have to do some sneaking. Thank you for dying quickly. Man, even with these moodles, I'm still getting one hit kill. Why are there so many? Oh, did they move off of that corner? Great. Great. Oh, and they're breaking out of there as well. Oh, it's a repeat of yesterday. All right, we may have to ditch the bag, unfortunately. Might be all we can do. All right, yeah, we need to not be so over-encumbered. Drop, and we'll come back for it later. Okay, if we peek this corner, 4 remain on our tail when we get back here. Some more at the end. I think our best bet is to kill as many of these as we can. Yeah, there that is again. I have gone and had a look into my mod list, and it turns out I actually have a mod installed that I had forgotten about, titled Lingering Voices, or something to that effect. I was reading about it a little while back on Reddit, and I thought, wow, that sounds interesting. And somebody in that thread actually commented, like, you know, you may actually, it's so rare that you may forget you have it installed and it'll take you off guard. And that it certainly did. And it looks like some of you have come down this way. We have bad moodles, but our skills have gotten up to the point where we can sort of still fight. We just don't want to do this for too long. Dropping the bag was definitely the right call. They're right outside. Can you guys knock those boards down for me, please? So you're down. And what about you guys at the end of the street? Unfortunately, because of the way line of sight works, I can't see what's behind that building, and now I can? I could for a second? And it doesn't look like there's anything there, so I'm just going to finish this off and go inside. I'm going to rest up before going on a mission to go retrieve the bag. But I want to lure you, because if I try to fight you too close to the corner... I'm learning from yesterday. If I try to fight you too close to the corner, I know there's going to be 50 of them around the other side, and I'm going to draw them all. Hi, honey, I'm home. Now, let's wash up, rest up, and get ready to take on the outside again when we go back for that bag. I'll have that, thank you. Okay, well, now that we have the crowbar, we do have the ability to unbarricade all this. So let's do that. That's going to put the planks into our inventory, so we'll want to drop those so we're not too over-encumbered. But we'll happily use them to barricade our own place. Now let's remove this glass and begin clearing this out. Of course, once we remove that glass, having a quick look around to make sure nobody heard that. This is still technically part of the survivor locations, so there's potential that there could be a lot of stuff here, yeah. More civilian bulletproof vests, I'll take that digital watch. I'm going to start collecting watches from the bodies so that we can get our electronics skill up and hotwire a car. I am not ending this episode without a car. This looks like a separate stairwell. We will want to... all of our bags are still full, because we were in the middle of moving house when this happened. 3 levels, more sheets, more dark rooms. Man, who puts the light switch all the way on the other side like this? Ooh, but we do find some leather gloves. Very useful, and a military helmet. Not really any more useful than what I'm currently wearing, but fine. Lots of food. And some weapons. Excellent. This is a great spot. Now let's head upstairs. And... yeah, more weapons, more machetes, wood axe, yes. Okay, this basically means that we now have infinite wood that we can use for barricades, construction projects, all of that. Good place. What we really need now is more space to store all our loot. We have a lot of weapons, and those take up a lot, but I don't think this place really has a whole ton of shelving, so we're going to need to find some of that and bring it over here. I suppose we do have the bookcases, but there's also plenty of place to put them. We've got a lot of area up on this 3rd floor. We now reach the next stage of our safety game, in which we are going to have to do some learning if we want to survive. Knowledge is power, and right now we need the knowledge of how to hotwire a car. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to read the book for mechanics, and what that'll do is it'll give us a massive bonus to any XP we try to gain from disassembling cars. All we need, I think, is level 1 mechanics and level 2 electronics. We don't have a book for electronics, but I'm sure we can find plenty of watches on the dead bodies to disassemble. Don't you wish learning a new skill was this easy in real life? Just... did you hear that? That sounded like glass breaking. With my bathrobe and slippers, I feel like I need a rolling pin. It could have been something walking by on the broken glass outside. But I think we'll continue this learning endeavor from the safety of our interior room. Come morning, we finish reading our book on mechanics, and that means that we get a... what's our bonus? A 3 times multiplier, and that's on top of the 2 times multiplier I've already set on XP for this series. So hopefully it won't take too long to gain that 75 mechanics skill. And after that, we're going to have to find ourselves a bookstore so we can get one for electronics. Now that we have these leather gloves, we can pick up this broken glass, which will be really useful, not just for not accidentally stepping on it as we're walking around at night, but also because zombies won't step on it and lure others to their position. We don't really want to go down that way if we can at all help it. What we actually need to be on the lookout for now is a bookstore, as well as tools, which I know there's a ton of them back our way, which we can use to start disassembling these things. Now, I don't remember how exactly the best way to do this was. It might have been to just keep removing and replacing headlights. Alright, let's have a look at this one and see what we can do. So if we go over to the right headlight and the left one, that will give us three mechanics XP. Oh boy, this is going to be a whole thing. Alright, now if we install them again, do we get anything for that? We do. So if we just keep installing and uninstalling them, then we should be good to go, because this is something that can't fail. Well, into the level grinding. Oh man, I feel like I'm playing RuneScape again. Wait, now it's not actually giving me anything. Is this something that can only be done, like, once per car? You take them out and put them in? That's real annoying. Now for some reason, all of them are telling me car key is required. Car key is required for headlights? If I had car keys, I wouldn't be disassembling cars for small amounts of XP. Oh, that's just what I need. Alright, can we do this quick? It's not even gonna let me. There's not enough room. Nobody coming for me yet. That could change at any moment, and I can't go home while you're out here. I'm actually kind of surprised I don't see any of you moving. Oh, now you're moving. Question is, moving to where? Is the helicopter gonna follow me? Or is it just kind of stirring you randomly? Tell you something, even if it's not intentionally following me and hovering over me, it's still stirring them in ways that do bring some of them to me by accident. It doesn't seem to be quite as concentrated as the normal base helicopter event, though. Which is definitely good for me. I would like it if you would die, please. Come on. Yep, this is now officially escalated to the level of a problem. Guys, I am just trying to level up my mechanics skill. Please leave me alone. This has de-escalated to the level of a non-problem. The helicopter's left, I've killed that herd, and there's plenty of cars over there for us to have a look at. I would really like it if I could get this skill up today. Find a bookstore in the meantime. See, it's leading them to me, but it's doing so at enough of a trickle pace that I can pretty much just kill them one at a time. And so it's actually kind of helping me out a little bit. Yeah, one of you is going to have to move aside. And I wish I had beta blockers. Dude, what are you panicking for? This is easy. I'm out here handling it, and you're losing it. This may actually get a little bit too hairy soon, though. Not a bad place to wait out the helicopter event, though, because, you know, it's far from any base. We're managing to eliminate a lot of them in doing so. But now it is getting a little bit more dangerous. Actually, that helicopter still hasn't left. It's coming back again for another round. So much carnage. It's such a good thing that we found more machetes. We have like 5 of them now. Whew. That was quite a thing. Literally all I wanted was to unscrew some headlights and screw them back in. But there we are. We are currently at 555 dead zombies. And now we're getting tired, so we are going to learn our lesson and desist. Problem is, we can't go back home. And the streets are now swarming. Getting back might not actually be too easy. But tell you what, they're attracted by the helicopter, not me. So as long as the helicopter isn't following me, maybe we can sneak by most of these. Like, maybe the whole herd won't follow. It's also a good idea to walk kind of, not right against the wall, but parallel to buildings, because if they get caught on windows and doors, they'll tend to get stuck on them. And it just never ends. I can't even begin to start heading back until that helicopter goes away. But the longer it goes on, the more dangerous it's going to be to head home. I think all I can really do right now is just not fight, just kite. Just walk them away. And then once the helicopter leaves for good, then start making my way back. Alright, they're all moving that direction, which sucks because that's the direction I need to go. But hopefully, if I can break line of sight, I'll be able to get away. Move up and around this corner. Gained enough distance by sprinting that I can cut that angle, and then we should be good to make our way back now. They're all facing away from me, moving in that direction, which is potentially a good thing. Now, unfortunately, more have moved on to the street. So what I think I'm going to do is eliminate this one and then get into this car and use that time to rest. And then come out and deal with the rest of them. Oh, there... I guess those were the streetlights kicking in. Jeez. And let's just wait some time. Make sure none of them get too close. And get out and deal with them. The risk in doing that is that we'll get drowsy. And that's probably even worse than the first level of exhaustion. Back this way. The biggest danger to me when it comes time to turn around and run from a herd that I'm kiting is that I'll accidentally press the caps lock, because this keyboard that I use for recording is much smaller, much cheaper than the one I normally use because it's quieter. But unfortunately, that does leave me prone to making mistakes through muscle memory. And there we are getting drowsy, but it seems like we can end this day. What a way to start the day. Oh god, did we get it? Awesome. Okay. Well, I just looked it up and it's Electrical 1 Mechanics 2, so we're not even halfway done yet. Awesome. I get to grind out more RuneScape XP in the meantime. Hello, that's a key. Key to what, though? Which vehicle? Maybe this one? Yeah, let me over. It's not in good shape, but it's better than nothing. No, not the key to... Could it be the key to the one that's in really good shape right there? I mean, screw the mechanics skill if this is what we can find. Yes! Oh, yes! Awesome. Okay, we will protect this thing with our life. Alright, we have a decent amount of gas. Actually, a full tank. And it looks to be in really good shape. We'll have to be careful with it. But I say we go on a little bit of a recon mission. What do you think? We're on a main highway right here, so maybe we can come up with something. We've got to try to avoid hitting zombies, too, because they will damage our car. On these streets, that may be easier said than done. There may even be times where it might be a good move to get out of the car and fight what's around us rather than plow through it. Cosmetic damage. Yeah, this is actually going to be really, really hard because this is where the herd was stirred yesterday. I think we're going to have to go back. Pursuing that direction in a car isn't really going to be viable at this time. Out of my way, folks. I'll tell you what, these buildings are actually making city driving extremely difficult. they do not cut away at the correct times, and I can't see what's directly in front of me a lot of the time. See? These streets are absolutely clogged, and it's becoming real clear that if a vehicle is to be of any use, we need to clear out not only the dead, but also these wrecks that are all over the place. We can do that using a propane torch that we found in the warehouses. But this is becoming a real problem. Hello, what are you? Some kind of military fortification? I bet there's some decent lootables in there. Okay, let's get far enough away from the herd that's following us that we won't have to deal with it for a little bit. And then clear out our immediate surroundings so we can have a look at this. I think this is about as far as we're gonna go. Let's space this thing so that it's in a direction where we can peel out in a hurry if need be. What's happening? Okay, I just somehow clicked the taskbar. Alright, luckily we can switch seats, get out quickly. And, okay, no, there's way more than I thought. Ugh. This car's still running. I think what I'll have to do is make my way inward and just kind of hope that this disperses on its own over time. It's still fairly early in the day, which is good. Oh, but there's a ton of them on me. I am not entering this base unless I absolutely have to at this point. This is just a circle around operation and hopefully grab a little bit of loot in the meantime. But there is so much here. Oh no. Oh no. Man, can't have anything in this game. Climb over, yes. I was really worried that it wouldn't let me. Climb over. Juke around. Juke through. And smell you later, suckers. I think my car is still running. That's a good thing. So we can jump into the passenger side. Climb into the front seat. And go. Oh my god. Yeah, I have my own panicked moodle in real life right now. See, I'm stirring so many of them and leading them back into each other as I go up and down these streets so many times that I'm actually basically creating a herd. Like, a way bigger herd than anything we've seen before. So I need to get some distance as soon as I can. There's an RV. Okay, and that's just off of whatever intersection this is. Some kind of warehouse. I'm just kind of driving all over the city, hoping to lose my tail, and it looks like we might have it this point. I'm getting real annoyed with clicking on the taskbar every time I try to remove the key. Am I actually going to have to set this to full screen? I really don't want to do that. Okay, now that's just causing it to tab out. I have no idea what the problem is here. Alright, let's get out that way, leaving our key in the ignition. It doesn't look like there's anything in the back of this thing. I hadn't even checked up until this point. But this looks like it might have some nice lootables. I'll tell you what I'm really on the lookout for here, and that's going to be a sledgehammer. With a sledgehammer, we can use that to destroy basically anything in the game, and, more importantly, smash through the barricades surrounding the cordon. And of course there isn't one here. Yes, sledgehammer, rarest item in the universe, right? Now there's the issue of how I'm gonna find my way home. I haven't been using it, but this update does bring a new map system. I believe I sort of alluded to it before, but if we hold down M, you'll see it'll actually show us a map of everywhere we've been. There's where we are right now, but because I have a pencil, I can actually write on it, and... see, the issue is, it's not too hard to figure out where we are. The problem is going to be figuring out how we can navigate these streets. So many of them are so absolutely cluttered, I honestly have no idea what specific combination of roads I would have taken to get here. Okay, so I know where we are, but I'm going to have to bring a ton of them down to my base in order to get through, so that's always awesome. I'm almost tempted to just go ahead and break this thing, just flattening this. Just back right on over him. Let's go. Really wish I had some beta blockers. But we're becoming a force of nature with this machete. Come on, kill. 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 And that's how it's done. Alright, let's remove the key via the V menu. And it seems like we've finally earned some rest. This has been a crazy day, but we did manage to get ourselves a working car, leveled up our mechanics, and if we can get it up again, we can actually hotwire some disposable cars, which we can use to help clear out some of these herds. Right after I just had a bath, too. Our objectives have certainly changed for this part. There was a lot of frustration, but we are actually making a lot of progress. This truck is still in really good shape, if not a little bit bloody. So what do we need to do now? First of all, we need to find the cordon. We need to mark some important locations on our map to make navigation easier now that we do have that level of mobility. We'd probably want to find a shotgun and some ammo to get our... Well, we already have a shotgun. We need more ammo in order to get our aiming skill up. We need to start clearing some of these roads so that we can move around more easily. We need a sledgehammer. And once we've accomplished all that, I think we're more or less good to go. Let's go ahead and start on those goals by placing down a marker to indicate our current home. Place another to indicate our previous home. And there's plenty more we'll want to see. Actually, blue, I believe, denotes a government building. Somebody's shooting out there. Is that maybe something we'll want to go investigate? I mean, that's probably that big building with the high-up windows that we've been seeing. Yeah, there's a lot for us to go investigate, but that'll be next time. In the meantime, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.